Hey, sports bettors, my name is Boyd. I teach beginner and struggling sports bettors how to use data-driven analytics, the positive EV tools, and the strategies so you can rack up the bankroll as you get to know the different markets, get to know the different tools, and really use that positive EV edge betting system strategy. But I get this question all the time, from people that are just getting started as a beginner. They're like, hey, Boyd, what should I do? Where should I go? What are the steps to kind of get started? How can I save myself some time and money and really hit the ground running? Or maybe you're a person that has been betting for a while and clearly have some losses and struggling and just feel very scattered. So these are just some basic, simple fundamentals you can do right away and get yourself set up to be ready to roll. All right, so here we go. The first step and the key in all this is education. That's the very first thing you can do is get yourself educated on the terminology, the jargon, understand what the mainline bets such as money line, point spread, and totals are so you can apply those to the alternative markets. You can have different tools and different methods in your strategies. And of course, the last thing is player prop bets. So understanding the terms of what you're betting into is going to help you with the odds, probability, and the success you're going to have going forward. So first thing is learn the language. So right after the terminology and the jargon, get into the odds and probability, all the mathematics behind this. And so certainly odds you can sort of consider like the price. Sometimes you see a bet at minus 110, minus 120, plus 150, whatever the case. That's the odds. That's the price. That's the value you're going to get when you're finding bets that are paying better, risking less, making more. So it's just kind of a simple math equation at that point. But when you get into the odds and the probability of it all, you're really going to have things blossom and be exposed to where you're going to only want to place bets where you have a good edge. Now, next up, what you want to do is make sure you understand bankroll management, risk management. It's how you're investing and where you're putting your money, when you're putting your money into it, and of course the amounts. And so certainly using something like the Kelly criterion to help you with unit size, bet size to manage the bankroll, to maximize the ROI, but minimize the risk is something you really, really have to do. And that's the crux of it all, is the discipline of having systems, having methods, and having that put in place so you can really just be structured and organized. And again, that's what I teach. That's who I help. And those are the folks that are changing it around, kind of transforming from losers to winners because they're using the tools, the education, the insights, and it's something you can't do on your own without those things. But I do have a quiz down below. If you want to take the sports betting quiz, just sort of test yourself and where you might stack up. It's about a 2-minute quiz, and it's going to email you immediate answers on how you score, how you rank. It's sort of, what your strengths, what your weaknesses are, so you can kind of launch your education from here. Take a look. Next, of course, you want to sign up for as many sports books as you can, especially as a new user. You're probably going to have some sign-up bonuses and some rewards programs. So make sure you take advantage of all those to leverage your initial deposits, not only for your bankroll, but also to extend that bankroll with all those benefits and new sign-ups. So make sure you use that. And there's several tools you can use to make sure you're not getting repetitive pricing in sports books. So again, if you want to set up a time, sort of a free consult, happy to talk to you about the various sports books you might have in your area and help you with where you would want to get those sports books opened up, because the variety is really going to where you find value. You're going to have different pricing, different markets, and that's really the reason why you would have as many as you can manage or as many as you can handle, is because of those purposes. But again, drop me a note down below if you want to talk about sports books that might be best for you wherever you're located. I can help you with that. Now, the next thing I highly encourage you to do is to track your bets, track your wagers, whether it's a Google Doc or whether it's the different betting apps that they have to track your bets and track your wagers, because you can really help yourself learn from your mistakes, learn from maybe why you made a decision, why you put certain money in a certain game, things like that. So bet tracking is huge, not only just to keep track of your budget and your bankroll and kind of where everything's at, but also just to help you make better choices, better decisions as you learn some of the nuances of the various sports books. Now, the last thing I'd highly recommend is keep learning, keep absorbing all the information. Love for you to join my free Discord. If you want to join that Discord channel, join all the social media channels we have here, and the links down below, because that's going to help you get betting education here for Bet School and extra information that's going to help you increase your ROI. Of course, as always, if you want to do an expedited journey, happy to do the one-on-one conference call to chat with you about the consultations, instructional services that we offer to really help you launch and get up quickly to start the profiting in the sports betting markets, whether you're doing MLB, NHL, NBA, NFL, college football, college basketball, whatever the case. We're really going to help everyone with a custom profit plan and help them get up and running very, very quickly. So the links are all down below if you want to catch up with that. So hopefully all this information has been very, very helpful. Hopefully it's going to be something you can use and apply and take to heart right away and get this put in play and really start to launch yourself to be an educated, profitable sports bettor.